You broke my leg.
Sorry.
What happens if I hit my
What day is it?
26.
26.
I brought it up like a bunch of times.
Yeah, but you bring it up.
Okay.
I think you stole my charger.
Do you guys remember back when we were doing the trigonometry what the period meant?
Is it not like
Okay. What was the period?
how far until
Oh,
How
how
far-
far it repeats?
How far until it repeats itself? So the first question on the 1 through 4 is, does this appear to be a periodic function?
Yes.
So on number 1, does
Wait,
that?
no, it doesn't, because it's got that little curve in the beginning.
Okay, 1 is.
Wait a minute. Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
Yes,
definitely.
it's like mountain, valley, right? Mountain, valley. So yes, it appears to be repeating itself. So yes, it does seem to be a periodic function. Functions.
Why would we use this in real life?
Functions can be
Why
used.
don't we go back to this chapter?
We're gonna use this in real life if we have to, go into the military and have to interrogate the target.
Okay.
Have
Anyway,
to do trigonometry.
I wonder what the period is.
Yeah.
functions can be used to map out and predict, what's going to happen.
I bet
Yeah, that
later
is
people use it.
Okay. Anyways, second question is, if so if it's yes, give the period and the amplitude. You guys remember this from trigonometry?
No, I thought the period was what we just said.
No,
yes to.
we said it was a periodic function. So now we're going to say what the period is. The period is how long until it repeats itself. Remember that
Does it
from
matter
trig?
what point we use?
No, I mean,
Oh wait, it'll all be the same. Never mind.
yeah, it's all the same.
6.
6.
Set it before me.
Correct.
Good job,
The
Rachel.
first mountain is at 0, and then it goes mountain, valley, and then the next mountain is at 6. So anyway, the period is 6. Does anybody not know how they got that? Okay, and then the amplitude. You guys remember what amplitude meant?
How high and
How
low
high
it
will
goes.
it goes?
So amplitude is
3.
2, right?
No, it's 1.
It is 1. Why is it only 1, not 2? Yeah, it's more like how high and low goes from the middle.
I'm doing this
okay.
again.
They why
Didn't
don't
we
you
do a chapter like this?
We did
Maybe
trigonometry
you should
stuff
stop
like this, yeah.
complaining.
And then the next question is find f of 1,000. This might be trickier. What is f of 1,000?
You
Well,
plug in 1,000.
Well, there's no function to plug it into though.
well, let's say
Is
we
it at 1,000?
So on this one, it's what is the value of the function when x is 1,000? So like if you went 1,000 places to the right,
will it be 1, 0, or -1?
yeah, it would be like 1, 0, or -1. I don't. Well, okay, the lowest the function goes is -1, right? And then it's like a 0 at some places and it's 1 at some places. So it's going to be one of those 3. How do we figure out what it is? Well, basically you have to use the period. Every 6 units it's going to start repeating itself, right? So if I do 1,000 divided by 6, fortunately the calculator is not going to be as helpful. Actually, you could use the fraction. If you use fractions, it could kind of work. Maybe not. The fraction might reduce.
Is that long division?
Today.
Yeah, that's long division, Brady. Remember
Bro,
You
I
didn't even
haven't-
hear my conversation.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
taught Rachel
forever.
how to do short division today.
The one thing I could
She
never understand
actually
in
clicked
elementary
it
school.
today. The first time in her whole life.
that? Wow.
I did it.
Miss Collins is a horrible
I taught it in 1 minute.
I think it's because my brain's already developed. I'm so fun. It's like
Did you
if
done
you
way
can't
harder
understand
now?
this now, you are an idiot.
That is long division.
Yeah, excuse me, Mr. Brown. I'll just help out the class right now.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
So what this means is the period is going to repeat itself 166 times.
And then goes
four
over 4
past
more.
that, right? So if the remainder was 0, that would mean whatever is happening at 0 is what's happening at that place. But if the remainder is 4, that means it's like 4 steps into the period. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what's happening at f of 4?
It's 1.
It's no,
-1.
-1. Okay, do you guys see how they figured out f of 4 is -1?
No.
If you go over to x equals 4, go over to 4 on the x-axis.
Is that the answer to n/1000?
Oh, I
Yes.
see.
But you have to rewrite it as n.
No.
Okay.
They didn't write it. The only thing the book wrote was like,
But f/1000 is f of 4.
yeah, f of 4 and f of 1000 that can be the same thing.
That makes sense.
Really? Sorry, I shouldn't have responded like
Wait,
that.
so the 4?
Incorrect response.
It's on the recording. Your views. I'll show it to my
He's
mom.
gonna
She'll be like,
he's
"So-"
the one who gets decided who gets posted or not.
Where's the 4 from again?
It's okay. We started off with a
Yes.
good vibe today, you know, of understanding things. So I think
Maybe
She's-
she's just
she's
in
on
the
a
zone
roll.
today.
Yeah.
You can use your
You
short.
guys really act
You
like
can
I'm
use
a
your
baby.
short division trick that May taught you.
I did.
Oh, you did?
yeah, she's like, I'm gonna do it right now.
Uh,
You gonna do short division?
Sure. I just want to say you're gonna teach it. You said 1 minute. Let's go.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna understand. You're out.
that's kind of rough.
My math
Yeah, she
stopped
got high honor roll.
at 9th grade. Okay, you're gonna get it then. Well, I don't know if she's gonna get it either.
Don't talk to me.
were you guys all in the correct honor roll?
No.
You weren't in
Yeah.
the right one?
No, I know everybody wasn't, because my sister
Was everybody backwards or
No.
No.
I just know my sister
it's just a
wasn't.
random mix?
That's happened before, though.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm deserving to be in the high honor roll, but I was.
Did you get all A's?
I did.
Well, there you go.
What?
What?
What in the van? Yeah,
You guys
she's the
all
one who
think I'm
doubts
an
you.
idiot, but this is
I-
the only class that I
Dang.
just can't grasp.
Alright,
Only class.
guys, we have one more question. The other question was, what's f of -1000? Anybody want to guess how we're going to do that?
Wouldn't it just be the same
Is
thing,
it like
just going the other
positive
way?
It's similar. It's very similar.
Because won't the answer just be -166.4?
Well, yeah.
Which
It's,
makes it the -4, so you go
the
back.
remainder is more like a -4, so you go 4 steps backwards.
That's what I said.
Wait, how did we know that it was 1,000 rather than -1,000?
Huh?
We used 1,000. Why?
It
Did
has-
we use that rather than -1,000?
It asks for both of these.
Oh, we're okay. Never mind.
Okay, anyway, so we gotta go 4 steps to the left.
It's 0.
From 0.
I'm usually
So,
my teaching.
basically, at 0, it's the top of the first mountain,
Oh,
right?
it's 1. I
So-
miscalculated.
I don't know if I can show you guys this. So this point right here is the same thing as like this point right here. You guys see what I'm
Are you
saying?
still talking about number 1?
Yes.
Wait, why do we divide? Oh, wait. Okay.
So we have to do -1000?
Yeah.
You have to do both 1,000 and
Because it's by
-1,000.
yeah.
So
Oh,
what's
that'll be
the
the function.
-1000?
1.
I thought it was -1 for
No, the first
1,000.
1,000 -1. -1,000 is 1.
Oh.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I want to draw this. Do you guys know what's going on?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I do, guys.
Cat.
I actually do.
I didn't even draw it right. So, f of 0 is like 1.
What is your drawing?
Yeah, I understand.
Hey, are you making fun of his drawing?
Yeah, do you not understand?
Okay, so remember.
Hey, Bethany understands today.
Hey, I understand.
How does that
it
make
too.
you feel?
Like you're clowning your
Anyway,
friend and not
If you
smarter.
count 4 steps backwards, it kind of falls off the graph. But if you go over to the second group of mountains and you count 4 steps backwards, where are we at? Have we already figured it out?
Isn't it 1? You just said 1 earlier.
I don't think I said 1, did I? Somebody else might have said it.
Isn't it
Zero.
0?
The answer is 1 and -1, right?
Yeah, it should be
Yeah.
1.
I just.
I never said 1.
Yes, you did.
No.
Uh huh. He said it, then you agreed with it.
Jingle
Oh, I'm out of my head. I don't remember. Okay. Did you guys get it? Did it make
Yes.
sense?
See.
Alright, good.
How would you do 4 then?
Okay,
'Cause
yeah.
they're different things.
So is number 4 periodic?
Yeah.
No.
No, because it keeps going up. It doesn't repeat itself. There's a pattern, but it's not.
Is number 2 periodic? Yes, right?
2 is periodic.
Nevaeh, don't be asking questions.
So if it's not a periodic function, guys, you don't have to do the rest of the questions. Like, what's the period?
Oh,
It
that's
doesn't have a
nice.
period, so
So it's just no.
just put no. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, number 3, however, is that periodic?
Yeah.
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 I'm not really in love with this.
What?
It's not
How
as
does that
efficient.
work?
You can add a new page, you know.
I know, but it's still, I'd have to click like 3 buttons or something.
And then
It starts you in the middle, and then you can scroll around
Oh, that's
in
kind
this
of cool.
area. On the other board, you could go down for like an hour. Anyway. Yeah, it is periodic.
And 2.
And has anybody counted the period yet?
2.
No.
Have you
Oh,
tried
3.
the writing to like typing?
Is it 3?
Yeah.
It's definitely
3.
3.
No, I haven't. Yeah, it is 3.
It'll make it perfect.
And then is this thing? I don't get the thing under him because it's not actually.
Okay, and then what was the next question? Amplitude.
Is it?
It's kind of a tricky.
It's not like
I don't know.
Is
Yeah,
it 3?
Half is correct. So, because basically it's going up and down a half from the middle.
yeah. That makes sense.
You can another way to think of it is you can just do the height, like 1, and then divide it by 2. That's also another way to find the
Wait, what?
The amplitude is how much it's going up and down from the middle of the graph. And it's
What's
also,
the
How'd
We're
you
looking
figure it
at
out
3,
too?
right?
yeah, number 3. It's also the height of the graph divided by 2 will also give you the amplitude.
What would you divide number 2 by then? Since it's like point stuff.
Half is 0.5.
Is it like just 0.5?
But
Yeah.
it's more than.
0.5 again.
I don't get it.
The height of the graph is 1. It goes from 2 to 3, so the height is 1.
Okay.
So it's like it's going up and down a half.
Oh, from the middle of like the. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't like that at all. How it uses
Okay, and then we're supposed to find f of 1,000. So how did I do that last time?
So
You did the
that's
amplitude.
Like 1,000 divided by 3.
Right, 1,000 divided by the periods. And you guys know what this one is?
333 with a -1.
Ding, ding, ding. And what do we do with the remainder of 1?
You put that.
You'd go 1 over.
You go 1 step to the right, and then what's the value of the function at x equals 1?
2.
2. And then if we did negative 1,000, what would that be?
Negative.
Negative that. So the remainder is negative 1, basically. So you go 1 step to the left.
3.
That's 3.
So
Mickey Mouse.
just to like make sure I'm getting the height of the graph right. On 2, the like amplitude would be 1/2, right? Because
Yeah.
it only goes up to 1. Okay.
Yeah.
That didn't help me.
What didn't help you?
Number 2, I divide by 0.8.
question the way. So you can do.
Before we don't have to do anything.
Oh, that's why.
1.6?
You guys remember how to divide by decimal back in middle school?
No.
Anybody?
Wait, do you move it over and then like put like a?
Hey, you are on a roll today.
Whoa, I taught my 7th graders that the other
Did you?
day.
No, and you.
Did you remember?
Yeah.
I did remember.
Wait, which one is this for?
Uh,
Two.
I had to look at the book for just a
The-
second, but I
It's
got
the same answer.
It's the same answer.
Yeah. So anyway, on 2, the period was 0.8, so she was asking.
No, it's the same answer.
What do you mean?
You get the same answer doing that as 1,000 divided by 0.8.
Can you just put in a calculator?
Well, no, because the calculator.
Oh, but you get no remainder.
Oh, okay, well, yeah.
No,
Look
wait.
at how smart.
No, I'm not understanding. Because I did 1,000 divided by 0.8 and I got 100. I got 1,250. And then
Yeah,
What
these are
you
the same
would
thing.
get.
This is how you do it by
I
hand.
did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on this one it just actually doesn't really matter because the remainder was 0, right? So take 0 steps to the right. You guys make me do all the even.
I don't understand.
Remainder is 0. These are the same problem. This is what the problem was. This is how we learned to do it by hand
What if it's a negative?
in middle school.
So the thing is 0, 0.
What are we on?
They're asking about number 2.
My question is, how would you figure out the?
Yeah,
what
like I understand how we
If
got
remainder is 0, that means whatever's happening at 0 is the same thing that's
Oh,
happening at
okay.
Stays the
How would
same
you
with
do
the
that?
negative.
the negative is the same.
The repeat thingy on 2, though. Like point stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a decimal. So, like, from here to here, how far would it be?
Oh, whatever.
Or like just over there, yeah. Maybe that'd be no problem.
What did you say? What? Oh.
I'm holding it against Miss Holmes because like
She was like-
she's about to.
She was sort of on the rant of how Mrs. Collins sucked at teaching that, and I was like, and she looks it up
Don't bad
on
mouth
She-
Miss Collins. We're
She never
recording
talks
this.
about me.
I mean,
No, she never taught me that. I got that because I missed the first semester when they learned that.
Yeah.
And then the second semester when I came back, she just assumed that I would know it. And I like asked for help multiple times, and she was like, "No, you should already know this." And I was like,
Did you tell her you were gone?
"She knew I was gone the whole first semester."
Anyways.
I'm never dropping that.
you do all of 6 as
Still
well.
bitter about it. We're probably gonna have to talk about number 6 a little bit, but number 5, let's go ahead and do
What
that.
does the L mean?
That's the.
That's
L-
not a.
so-
You remember right?
That's a
before we got into class,
notation.
we,
That's not
she
a
has
L.
the reputation.
Kind of like
for
absolute
being
values.
to before we got
It's called-
into,
Is it the
like,
same as
not
alphabet
have
values?
values here, and then
Or like a different?
No,
it's a new
it just means greatest integer function.
thing? Oh.
That's the worst shit.
They're trying to explain what it means, but we'll talk about it in a bit. Number 5. Okay, back to it. Use the graph shown at the right to sketch the graph of each of the following.
You're
So this
gonna
is
do
on
A
graph
through
paper?
F with us, like you're actually gonna do all of it?
you should, or else I won't be able to
They're
figure
all
out
us.
6. Ha ha ha.
Yes, I have to.
Nervous laugh.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you making a big deal about that?
Because you.
Divish 8
But.
now.
Yeah.
Throw your
then
lunchbox
shut
across
up.
the room.
She's
I'm sick of you.
I'm canceling the subscription on our friend trip.
I thought you were gonna be like on your Netflix. That would have been more hurtful
All right.
to me.
So guess what's going to happen on A? This is kind of repeated yesterday's, but what is the graph of A? What's going to happen? Shh, shh, shh.
That's gonna go twice as fast.
I don't know what you mean twice as fast.
It's gonna go twice as far.
I don't know what
It's
you
gonna
mean.
be. It's gonna occur. The period's gonna decrease up to.
No.
It's gonna get
By one
extended
half.
by 2.
By one.
Steeper?
Okay, if you take the whole function times 2, it's going to...
Go one
Taller.
No,
Down.
it's going to get twice as tall.
I said
That's what I
steeper
said.
type.
I'm pretty sure nobody said that.
I did
I
say
said
that.
steeper.
You never said... You
It's
said
2 times
faster.
Stepper.
I did say steeper.
Yeah, I did say faster, but
So
I
they
didn't
could
know
draw
that.
all those graphs, or do we just use
I've
different colors
never
on
said
one
that.
graph?
No, that'll be a giant mess. So we need a different graph for each of these. And then you don't have to use colors also.
Oh, but can I? Can I
Ready
use
to get your
color?
own color.
If you put all in one graph, I won't be able to see. 6 graphs on one is gonna, no.
Why not? Please?
No.
It'll be so fancy.
I have a lot of
Just
colors.
one really large.
Alright, 3 and 3.
Wait. What?
Okay,
ABC on one,
So,
EFG on the other.
you guys know what it's gonna look like?
Isn't it just
At
gonna
negative 2,
Right.
at negative 2, what's the value gonna be?
1.
0.
No, it's gonna be 0, and then at negative 1, it's gonna be
And 1 can be 2.
Okay, what's 0 times 2?
0.
0.
0, so it's not moving anywhere. And then it moved to 1, so what's 1 times 2?
2.
2, it just gets twice as tall.
Yeah, it
And
just
then
goes up.
it went back down to 0, so that stays at 0, and then it went up to 1, so that goes up to 2.
Should we do this like this first one in color or no?
Well, I mean,
Well, I'm drawing the original.
if you do a different graph on all of them, you can just use your pencil. It just keeps going up and down.
Wait, are you just drawing the original?
No,
He's drawing the sleeper one.
see, it goes up.
Oh,
That's
the
enough.
original goes from one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you plug something in or something?
No, you multiply by 2, everything gets twice as tall.
You're gonna be able to read this graph. It's gonna be great. I have a key in the corner.
So guess what's gonna happen on B?
You can half as tall
Half
and
as
upside
tall.
down.
Half as tall and upside down, that's correct. Oh, shit.
Whoa, that was fancy.
Do that.
Um, where's
Who what?
I was asking where Issa was, but she was behind me. I just had a random thought that she might not be in class anymore, so I was like, oh, wait.
Do you think Issa would skip math class?
No, just go to this. Oh wait, actually, never mind. See what
Oh,
you're doing with math.
I did like upside
Wait, why is that a really
like
weird thing?
opposite. I don't know.
Oh, was that like a half point?
Yeah,
What we were doing?
Bethany,
maybe you can be a little bit newer than
you
that.
don't have to be here because of one joke.
Yeah, you can do it.
Friendship.
My life has changed.
Oh gosh,
goodness.
that was
So
really
dramatic.
You need to
Hey,
remove.
I'm not here
Mr.
for
Ray,
it.
can you go back to
Bethany,
the
you
desk?
need to remove the fake people from your
Yeah.
life.
Please.
It's just upside down and half as tall, so it goes to a half instead of.
Dumb
I just had to know where you like started.
Hey, I know the next
I
one.
started where the book started at -2.
I know the
Great,
next one,
thank you.
Mr. J.
You got it? Okay,
Yeah.
Brady, what's gonna happen?
Upside down and move to the right too.
No.
I'm right on
It's
the
just
move
to the
right
left,
too.
too.
Oh, I mean left. Wait, I
That's to
promise
the
I'm
left
left.
1.5, or 1.5.
Alright, when you put a negative directly on the x, you guys remember what happened yesterday? Like, it's not the whole function that's negative, it's the f, or the x that's negative. So if you switch x values from positive to negative, what happens?
Goes either way. Oh, it flips.
So, yeah, it's a horizontal flip.
Can we just do it all in one if we have 6 different colors?
No, it's gonna be, I can't grade that, it's gonna be a big giant mess. So, and then what's the 2? Alright, actually this one, I would assume 2x, this one's tricky. Okay, when you put the 2 directly on the x, not on the whole function, but right on the x, everything happens twice as fast, which means it's a horizontal squish. So everything's gonna have twice less. Let me, okay. Let me put the original real quick. Original was this, right? I don't remember how far it went, but, so the negative is gonna flip it like this, which actually, does that do anything? If I flip it over the X, or the Y-axis? No. Kinda does, I guess, because this will be over here, so it would go a little farther that way than this way, but,
Why would it?
when you put a negative in front of the X, that flips it horizontally. When you put a 2 directly on the X, everything happens twice as fast, so it's gonna squish it. So, yeah, gosh, this is too much. Let's go blue, I guess. I'm gonna have to do it on the same graph. Alright. So this point is gonna flip over here, so I'll put that right there. And it's gonna go up and down twice as fast. Here's the thing that I'm not really sure on. I think they mean the graph goes forever, but it doesn't, it's really unclear whether, yeah, I think the graph goes forever, so it doesn't matter. So instead of going up every 1 unit and then down, and then it's gonna go like that.
Wait, is that C?
And
Yes.
why did you start with this?
Well, actually, it doesn't really matter where you stop and start, because I think they meant for the graphs to be like infinite. But the 2 is gonna make the horizontal flip, and this graph doesn't really make much difference, but multiplying by 2 makes it happen twice as fast, so it just goes up and down twice as fast. Instead of going up 1 every 1 unit, it goes up 1 every half of a unit. Like it's been squished together.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
I love how you can understand Miss Jordan's voice from literally anywhere.
I think I just heard her.
She must be a ventriloquist.
That was so random.
Is it a joke that Jordan makes?
It is now, I guess.
Who's Anna?
Who's Levi?
Abby's 8th grade sister. You know Abby, sophomore. Or freshman? Is it? She's new this year. Blonde, short.
On this one.
Yeah, she's a freshman. I don't remember her last name. Anyways.
You wanna be friends with me?
I wonder.
Okay,
I think you actually heard her friends.
Is that a no? Yes.
so guess what the 1/2 is gonna do?
One half is gonna make it go up.
Okay,
It's gonna
so
make it go down slower. Right?
yeah, everything's gonna happen half speed. So instead of going up 1 every unit, it's gonna go up 1 every 2 units.
But it's gonna go down, right? We're looking at.
I'm gonna have to see that.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
looking at the wrong
so
one.
starting at 0, I'll go back. It'll go up 1 every 2 units. Half,
Why are we going backwards?
because the book does.
Do I have to?
Might as well. So are you guys,
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it by myself.
what do you guys think this half will do?
Then make it go twice as, or half as tall.
Yeah, that's half as tall. That's half as fast. So this is a horizontal stretch, is what they call it sometimes. So instead of going up one every unit, it's gonna go up one every 2 units. Just slower. And this is only half as tall. So this is like putting a 1/2 directly on the x. This is putting 1/2 times everything basically in the function. Anyways, okay, what are we doing? E. What happens if you do x minus 1/2?
It moves to the left.
Close.
Right.
Right.
That's
1/2.
right.
The whole thing moves right 1/2. So it's gonna be a little tricky to draw. Let's see. So I'm starting, instead of starting right there, you can start like right here. It's going to be going up like halfway through. Like that. You guys see what I did?
Sure.
I moved
why-
everything to the right 1/2 a unit.
Oh, I think it needs to be slow.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, which one are we looking at? Like, which one did you just do?
E.
Yeah, which one is that on the board?
E.
Okay,
This was D.
wait. But it still starts at the origin.
No, because you move 1/2 to the right. What was at the origin kind of misplaced after you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're right. That would have been horrible to grade. Like if you put the,
Did you put 3 on the same?
it's pretty neat to be honest. The original's in pencil.
It kind of looks like a, I don't know.
Ice cream cone. Circus.
It's art now.
Indians.
Okay, one more. On number 5. And I'll throw you the guys to the wolves on number 6.
Holy crap. I
Okay.
could go for it being later.
On number 5, what do you think the negative on the x does? We kind of talked about this. Flips it which way?
Down.
Horizontally, yes. No. If you put negative on everything, it flips upside down. If you put it directly on the x, it affects the x like direction. So it goes this way. What does the +1 up there do?
Made the up.
Up 1. So it's up 1 and flip to the left. Remember what we said about flipping?
Doesn't change anything.
Yeah, on this one it doesn't really change anything. If you imagine flipping over the y-axis, it looks exactly the same. So really, all we have to worry about is moving it up 1.
I kind of wish we'd rather do 6 than 5,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, 5 was a good one to like learn on though.
Oh yeah, but like 6 is horrible.
6 is awful.
Like
I
what
don't
the
wanna
heck
do
is
it by
that?
myself.
I don't understand.
You're gonna do it by yourself.
Who's gonna do- Yeah.
I'm not, but like,
Nice. That's good.
I helped you today.
Ew.
You asked. I'm so funny.
No, I was saying, who did you help?
Brady
Ask.
being serious.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
We're not communicating.
6.
I think we're all mad at each other and I'm not liking
Right.
it.
I blame Jordan. I know.
Jordan has been a real pest lately.
What do you mean lately?
No, it's been it's been worse.
How could it get worse?
Takes one to know one.
See,
Oh, that's so funny, Bethany. That was so original.
that was funny. You're right, Nevaeh. That was funny.
All right.
Just kidding. I'm not that funny.
What was that conversation?
I put these up.
Can we do 6
Oh my
together?
gosh, I don't
Let's do math before
That felt so wrong.
we go more in the wrong direction. Okay. So they kind of define what a greatest integer function is in number 6. So they use these little notation things, I don't know what to call them, I don't know if they have a name or not, to say we're gonna,
Whose idea was to do popcorn?
okay. If you read the problem, it says, it gives the greatest integer that's less than or equal to that number. So in other words, it rounds it down. So, for example, like, if you do, what's the greatest integer for 2.1? I think that's the example they use, but it doesn't matter. Then that basically turns it into a 2. Okay, so like 2, 2.1, 2.3, 2.4.
Oh,
That
just
all,
goes-
it just rounds it down to a 2.
Oh,
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, if you look at that's, now how did that turn into the stair steps then that they got on the picture?
So like C is like -1 because it rounds it, or does that not?
So, let's just consider this first little stair right here. Like if you plugged in 0, you'd still get 0. If you plug in like 0.5, it's still worth 0. If you plug in 0.9, it's still worth 0. Does that make sense? Whoops.
Wait, what?
I drew that too far. I just realized. I was trying to make it look like the book, but let's go away.
Wait, does it round up?
No, down.
Oh, it always rounds down?
So right here, x is worth 0.5, right?
Uh,
But the function value is worth 0. Like, function value is 0. Like this point right here, as an example, is 0.50. Because it rounds your x value down.
okay.
So it's like 0.10, 0.20, 0.30, you know, all those are 0. Then once you get to 1, it rounds that to 1, 1.1, 1, 1.2, 1.
So it's basically saying it always rounds down.
Rounds down. Yeah.
So
And-
anything except the next whole number.
It just looks like a stair
Is the
step,
one-
basically.
before.
It's, now, it is infinite, it does go forever, but let's just do like,
Wait, so what if it's above?
let's just
0.5?
do like 4 steps, these 4 steps, I guess. So, like, A, what do you think is going to happen on A?
Well, A is 1/2, so is it? Yeah.
Oh, the steps are half as tall.
Half as tall. So basically, they kind of all move closer to, I can kind of cheat on mine. Like half of 1 is a half of 2 is 1.
Do you still want us to use that same type of circles, or can we just make dots?
Well, you guys
Just
remember what
lines.
open and closed circle meant?
That it doesn't
Yeah.
equal the.
Yeah, if it's closed, that means it's included. If it's open, that's not included.
But you want us to do that though?
So yeah, 6A should look kind of like that. Maybe a little bit neater.
The open circle thing, like the halfway mark, it's in between them. 1 and 2.
It used to look like this, right? So if you multiply by half, it's just half as tall.
So B is -2, so it's going down twice as fast because it's flipped upside down.
If you put a negative on everything, it flips upside down, and then the times 2 makes it twice as tall. So it's upside down and twice as tall. So upside down would like move this one there, and then twice as tall would move it there. That makes sense? Upside down moves it there, and then twice as tall moves it there. Like gives, it moves twice as far away from 0. Like it was negative, it was 1, now it's up at 2.
So
But
this one it
either
doesn't
one
matter if
has
it's
to
flipped
be
because you gotta flip the circles.
No, you don't flip the circles.
Oh, you know.
No, because only if you have if you do a horizontal flip, that would flip the circles.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
This was a vertical flip.
So if the negative.
If
was
it's
back on the
directly,
X,
yeah, if it's directly on the X like C, yeah, it's gonna be C is a horizontal flip.
so you,
Tough questions. Okay, C,
C is just A flipped upside down, right?
no. On C, the difference is that when the
Isn't it
negative's on the X, it flips horizontally. So it's gonna flip this way. Like the X
So
values
it's gonna
are
make like an
switched.
X type thing.
Yeah, when you switch the X values, it just flips horizontally. So it like goes like this. And then what's the 1/2 do to it when you put it directly on the X? It goes half as fast. What a mess.
Yeah.
And you guys are probably gonna get this one wrong.
I thought it. Wait,
that was C.
that's
No, that's
C?
the original.
What is?
Okay, so flip horizontally, and then half as fast means it's gonna like stretched horizontally.
2?
So that becomes that.
Wait,
I
that's.
flipped it, and then I stretched it.
Why did you stretch it?
Because when you put 1/2 times the X, everything happens half as fast, so it kinda like stretches this way.
Wait, that's on the half one?
No, it's on the
Negative
full one.
1/2, yeah. This is C. Okay, this one will flip and stretch. Flip like that. This one will flip. Whoops. Stretch.
Oh, I had it right, but I erased it for some reason.
Do we have to do the rest?
Yeah.
Please.
Did you guys do 2 and 4 already?
Yeah. Please.